Hey guys, so I'm going to do a book review of James and the Giant Peach in a couple of seconds, but I just wanted to give you a quick reading update. I haven't been making any videos for the past 3 weeks, and I'm sorry about that. I've been really busy, mostly busy being stressed out, but either way, mentally busy, physically busy, either way. I haven't been reading that much. I'm actually behind on my to-be-read list for this month, but I've done pretty well, so I'm okay with it, yeah, so I just wanted to kind of update you on that. The last book that I'll be reading this month is Cinder. Hopefully I can get that done by the end of the month. It's like 3 days away. So I've got 3 days to finish reading Cinder, and I'm like getting off center here. But, yeah, so I've got 3 days to finish Cinder, and that'll be the last book that I read this month, and I think, so there's that. And anyway, so I'm just going to get into the review. First of all, this is the third time that I filmed this, and yeah, I just started trying to edit the first one and it got all messed up again, so yeah, that made me very sad. I think I've got it this time. Before I start this review, I do want to let you know the context in which I read this book. I read it over the course of 3 weeks. It's 126 pages long, and I read 2 books in between starting and finishing it. So I don't really feel like I really got the whole effect of the book. I'm just going to be really honest about that. In case you don't know what James and the Giant Peach is about, it's about a 4-year-old boy named James. He's an orphan being raised by his 2 aunts, and they are really abusive. They're verbally abusive and physically abusive, and they make him do work that he's just not ready for because he's only 4. And they don't let him hang out with other children, and so he's like very isolated and sad and lonely. And basically one day this guy comes. I feel like he might be a leprechaun. Oh, that's my phone. I feel like he might be a leprechaun, but I really don't remember. So I just checked, and apparently he's just described as a small old man. I don't know why I thought he was some sort of like leprechaun or elf or something, probably because of the small part. Anyway, yeah, so back to the review. He gives him these crocodile tongues, and they're supposed to be magical, and he tells him that if he grinds them up and drinks them, he will have the magic inside of him, and he will be happy and free and, have a better life, essentially. And then he goes on to tell James that he just must not drop the crocodile tongues, because if he does, then the magic will be gone forever, and really no one knows what will happen or where it will go. So James, of course, drops the crocodile tongues, and he drops them at the base of this dead tree in the backyard, and the tree begins to grow a peach, which is the peach in the story, and the peach grows and grows and grows until it is giant, and James eventually finds himself going into this peach, and once he's inside of it, he finds 7 bugs that have also been affected by the crocodile tongues. These are them on the cover, the bugs. And they've been affected by being the size of humans and also being able to speak. I guess being able to speak. Remember, they were always able to speak, but really tiny. So they basically escape from the 2 evil aunts because the bugs don't like them because they squash all their family members, and James doesn't like them because they're mean to him. And they escape in this peach, and they basically have adventures or misadventures because really nothing really works out well for them for very long. So see what it's about. When I was a kid, I really loved Roald Dahl's books. Like, I read Matilda, I read Fantastic Mr. Fox and the Twits over and over again, and I watched the movie Matilda like all of the time, as often as I could. So that's really why I picked up this book. And I would say that I would recommend it for kids, especially kids that have short attention spans, because it's a very event-driven story. So it's just this happens, and this happens, and this happens, up until you get to your conclusion or the end. So I think it'll hold the child's attention, and also it can be read as, like, each thing that happens can be read separately, like if you're reading it to a child instead of them reading it themselves. So that I did like about it. That said, I didn't enjoy it that much, and I think that's mostly because of me, because I was just so distracted this month, and I was reading other things and didn't really just focus on this. But I did like it, and I also really like the illustrations inside. Can't find a page of illustrations when I need one, but there you go. And this one is a centipede. And let me see if I can find another one. So that's it. I would definitely recommend it for kids, especially kids that have short attention spans, which I already said. And yeah, so that's all I have to say about James and the Giant Peach. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!